President Trump refusing to apologize for a racist post on his Truth Social account depicting the Obamas as apes, and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are calling out his racism.
I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake.
Racism against the Obamas has been a long-time preoccupation with Trump. He launched his political career by questioning former President Obama's U.S. citizenship. This recent post was just the latest instance, however, of white supremacist ideology that's been amplified by the administration. So joining us now in the group chat this morning, Zach Wolf, CNN senior politics writer, Francesca Chambers, White House correspondent for USA Today, and Catherine Lucy, Bloomberg News White House correspondent. So the reason why I wanted to do this is because I keep seeing percolating online images that then people who are experts in this will say, hey, that looks strangely familiar. So the last one I noticed was Kristi Noem, and I don't know if we have that image. But we also have Homeland Security is like a really big proponent of this as well, using phrases like one homeland, one people. Can you talk about why? Oh, here's some of them. Can you talk about why you think we are seeing these comments and amplification and retweeting? What are they getting out of it?
Well, those are very those are very specific things that were done on purpose when you look at those Homeland Security, the ICE recruitment videos. So it's hard to deny that they are at least trying to appeal to this segment of society, the white nationalist segment of society. If you add on to that something like President Trump's Truth Social post, which has something that's so obviously racist that even he deleted it, which I think is the real interesting thing here. It's hard to not kind of add those things up and see that this administration is certainly trying to appeal to these people. And
there's some deep cuts. There's another one, Which Way, American Man, which is tied to a historical figure who espoused a white supremacist ideology. And there are some aspects of this that say what Trump is doing is not a shock, even if he's like, I didn't watch to the end. Catherine, how do you feel?
I mean, yeah, certainly Trump is saying he didn't watch to the end. I do think, as Zach said, it is notable that they took this post down. He didn't apologize, but we rarely see any kind of retreat from this White House on any of these social media posts of the different kinds that you're talking about.
Is that the soft bigotry of low expectations?
Well, that is, I mean...
that's my soft bigotry.
That is what we are getting from
You don't get points for not apologizing and saying someone else did it. This one of ours, all of yours, that has direct links to Nazi commentary from Hitler. Like lots of Jewish groups have pointed this out. Why wasn't that just a DHS sign? Why wasn't that something else? There's something very odd about seeing this kind of commentary inserted and amplified by the government.
And in terms of the retreat that I think that you're talking about here, then the White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt was actually pressed about this by Laura Ingraham on Fox News, who asked about the thing that the president posted about the Obamas, and she said that it was, distraction that's being focused on by the media. But in this exchange, she was pressed on the fact that there were a number of Republicans, not just Tim Scott, a leading African-American Republican in the Senate, who came out against this. It was Pete Ricketts. It was Mike Lawler. It was, a number of Republicans. And then after Republicans were calling the president of the United States about this, then hearing upon it, he ordered it to be taken down. I was told he ordered it to be taken down. And then, of course, he's pressed on this and says that he made no mistake, but he did.
I mean, the door was open to a lot in the effort politically to be anti-woke and to be free of censorship, air quotes. What have we seen flood in as in the follow-up?
Well, I mean, the opposite of that, essentially, and it's still the anti-wokeness element is still very much driving so much of what this president does.
But it seems like there's a red line even for the anti-woke, or else these Republicans wouldn't have been calling.
Sure, and this is the thing that got those Republican lawmakers you mentioned frustrated and had them call out the president. But he has also referred to Somalis as garbage, and he didn't retreat from that at all. I mean that's a patently horrible thing to do. And so the line, there is a line we have identified now. But
which I was surprised, honestly, to see the Republican I did not know they had a line. So we found it somehow. Even Tim Scott found his way to this line.
No, that's right. I mean, we have seen them criticize almost nothing from this president in any number of late night Twitter rants, and this was notable.
But it comes on the heels of Minnesota as well. And I do think you have seen Republicans, including some who are on the ballot and some who are going off into retirement. And we talked about it on the show a couple times recently, I think being more forceful in their push against the president on some of these things. Again, some of them because they're gonna have to face the voters, and some of them perhaps because they're not gonna have to face the voters anymore.
Yeah, okay, so you guys stay with me. We've got a lot to talk about straight ahead on CNN this morning. The Guthrie family speaks out as the second deadline from an apparent ransom note approaches. We're going to be live from Arizona with the latest on the investigation. And good morning, Santa Clara home, last night's Super Bowl.